watching. She's watching. What's your favorite television show?
America's Next Top Model.
Are you? Tyler starts now. We are crowning the winner of America's Next Top Model, Cycle 13. Our first ever petite top model for girls 5, 7, and under. Can I hear it for the shorties in the house? You have to watch, and I know a lot of you are already set to watch it at 8 p.m. tonight on the CW. We're throwing a Tyra Show top model party to celebrate. We are celebrating this finale, which I am so happy about. This is a labor of love, these short girls, for me. Super duper close to my heart, for real. I really have been fighting for years to have a petite cycle and finally got it approved. And here we are about to celebrate our winner tonight. And we're celebrating the whole process today. But before we get the fun started, and it's going to be a lot of fun, I want to get serious for a minute, and I want to talk about something that has been in the media recently. And it involved a really false accusation and a hurtful accusation that the producers of America's Next Top Model, including myself, put the girls in blackface. And it was in the media, and some people brought it to my attention, and I was like, what? You know, and the sad thing, and the truthful thing is because we're very busy people. Everybody has something to do, and a lot of the times people read the headlines, but they don't take the time to read the facts. And a lot of the times those facts are omitted to make a story sound more interesting, like, ooh, I'm gonna read that. And so a lot of the times things are what we call made to be salacious. So I'm gonna explain it to you, and I want you to hear it from my mouth. The episode that caused this controversy aired a couple weeks ago, and at the time there were 6 girls left in the competition, and we took them to Hawaii, one of my most favorite places in the world. And we did a really beautiful photo shoot that I'm really proud of, and actually I took the pictures myself. I'm an amateur photographer, and I shoot the girls a couple of times on Top Model myself. So the idea for the shoot was to celebrate something that Hawaiians call hapa. All right, hapa is when men and women of different cultures come together and they create a racially mixed baby. And hapa literally means half, or it means mixed blood in Hawaiian. In fact, who's our most popular hapa born in Hawaii right now? Exactly, President Obama is hapa. He's from Hawaii, and that's what they call him. And I would like to think that he's probably one of the most famous hapas in the entire world, in the planet, in the universe. So for the photo shoot, you know, we as a team came up with what everybody should represent, what hapa mixed the girl should represent. So for Nicole has red hair and she's porcelain skinned. So Nicole was transformed into a gorgeous blend of Japanese and Malagasy cultures. Now, Japanese, we all know that's Japan. Malagasy is actually Madagascar. So to be a Malagasy person means you're from Madagascar. You know, like the cartoon Madagascar? That's actually a real place. And then there's Erin from Top Model. Erin's blonde, and she's fair-skinned. And Erin became a Tibetan and Egyptian goddess. When you think Tibet, you think of the Dalai Lama. And then Egypt, you think of Cleopatra, right? Then we have Sunday. Sunday is African American like myself. And we had Sunday embody the beauty of both the Moroccan culture as well as the Russian cultures. And then we have Laura. Laura is Caucasian. And we decided for Laura to be transformed into a stunning mix of Greek and Mexican cultures. I love this picture. I think she looks gorgeous. And, you know, I think a lot of people know this, and I'm going to state it again, but it is a passion of mine. It's one of the reasons why I live and breathe and what I feel my duty is. And it is definitely my #1 passion in my life to expand the definition of beauty, to stretch the boundaries and help young girls raise their self-esteem by teaching them to embrace their beauty, to embrace it, to look in that mirror and see the different shades of their skin and say, you know what, this is beautiful. So many women have sat on this stage and have cried to me, and in my personal life have cried to me because they hate the color of their skin because they think it is too dark. Okay, I will never forget Latasha. Latasha was a mom that came on the talk show, and she not only bleached her own skin with very harsh chemicals, she bleached the skin of her children. An 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, and the youngest was 4. I remember her even saying, oh yeah, and the youngest one, he's real dark, and I use a little extra on him because he needs more. That hurt me. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, I've had guests like the girl named Selena. And Selena felt really guilty because she had lighter skin, and she felt like that lighter skin gave her privileges that darker skinned women did not have. And I've listened to so many heartbreaking stories of women who are convinced that people would love them more if they were like happy, and that they would be happier if they were, you know, lighter. If they could change their skin color, they would be more accepted and they would be happy. And I mean, come on, duh. I'm a black woman. I mean, I have had my own personal struggles with racism and discrimination throughout my life as a model in my modeling career. Almost every single day I was told that I could not have a job because I was black. I could not be on the cover of a magazine because I was black. I could not get a cosmetics contract because I was black. And I set my goal on that to make sure that I can defy every single stereotype and knock those walls down. Not necessarily only for myself, but for the girls beyond my career, like Chanel Iman and Jordan Dunn and Cecily Lopez. Now, I want every single girl that is turning into a woman who will rule the world someday to appreciate and love the color of the skin that she was born with, whether she is chocolate, like our gorgeous First Lady Michelle Obama, whether she is ebony skinned like Alec Weck, who is gorgeous, whether she is like Rihanna, or as porcelain as Nicole Kidman and Gossip Girl's Michelle Trachtenberg. It is all beautiful. It is all beautiful. And it was in that spirit that I was inspired to do this multiracial photo shoot on Top Model. We wanted to celebrate women of all races and skin tones and have our top models personify all of these beautiful, gorgeous colors and races of our beautiful world. And this wasn't the first time we'd done a shoot like this on Top Model. We did it back in Cycle 4 for the Top Model lovers in the house. Do you remember this? Cycle 4. Michelle went from Caucasian to Inuit. Yeah. Do you remember that? Tatiana went from white to biracial. And Kenya went from black to Korean. So it's not the first time, but it was a bit surprising when this season, what we thought was a celebration turned out to be, you know, very negative in some of the press. Now, and a lot of them were even saying that it was a form of racism. And as I've said earlier, that a lot of them even went so far as to accuse me and Top Model of putting the girls in blackface. So let me break down what blackface really is. Blackface was a long tradition of white performers putting grease paint and even shoe polish on their faces to impersonate black people in extremely exaggerated and extremely derogatory ways. And this is very, very offensive. And I want to be very clear. I in no way put my top models in blackface. I'm a black woman. I am proud. I love my people. And the struggle that we have gone through continues. And the last thing that I would ever do would be a part of something that degraded my race. And I'm sorry to anybody. You guys, I mean this. I'm so sorry to anybody that watched Top Model and was offended by the pictures because they didn't understand the real story behind them. Or even if you did see the whole episode and you were still offended, I truly apologize because that is not my intention. Again, my intention is to spread beauty and break down barriers. And I got a letter from a young girl that really, really touched me, and she understood the intent of why we did this photo shoot. Her name is Jordan. Hi, Jordan.
Hi.
Hi. So tell me, when you were watching that episode, tell everybody, because I already know because you told me. Tell everybody how it made you feel and about your background. First of all, tell us about your background.
Well, I'm biracial. My mom is half black and half white, and my dad is white. And the episode just really made me feel beautiful that I could be different, because growing up in a community where all the families are either all white or all black or all Indian, I always felt very different, and that I stood out, that I would have like a black grandfather and a white grandma, and it would make me feel awkward and insecure. And so after that, I tried so hard to try and fit in, and even to this day, I try and straighten my hair as much as I can. But this episode just really made me realize that I am beautiful and that I can wear my hair in a big afro and not be afraid to lie out in the sun too long, because I know I'll get so much darker than all my friends. And
do you want to make your hair curly today? Yeah? Want to try?
Yeah.
Okay, come here. Come with me. We're going to go to a break. And come here. Give me a hug, because you make me really proud of you. I'm so beautiful. We're introducing you to the back, and we're going to make you the beautiful natural you that you are. Okay, go on back there. We're going to make you curly. When we come back, the party's getting started. The whole audience is segmented into who their favorite top model finalist is, and it's a party getting started, and everybody rooting for their girl. Who you like? Who do you like? Still to come, it's in your hands. Who will be your